Today, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce urine therapy, otherwise known as UT, to you. You might be surprised and shocked at my pronouncement, but once you experience how your own urine repairs your body, you won't be able to live without UT. In my first encounter with this notion, I also had the same initial feeling of repugnance about using or even discussing urine 12 years ago. I first heard about it from a man who was in prison for 23 years. At that time, I had little information about urine therapy. However, I had been interested in urine itself from curiosity and hoped to learn more about it. To my surprise, when I first experienced using my own urine, it took only 3 days of drinking a small quantity a day to relieve a pain that I had been suffering. I had a pain in my right shoulder due to a broken bone I suffered in a car accident. The pain in my shoulder disappeared completely. I am a professional scientist who has studied the fermenting microbiology of lactic acid by bacteria as yogurt. But my experience with urine has become a new project of study for me. Now, I will share with you a part of my study. I am sure this presentation will be of enormous value for your health in the future. Urine therapy has a long history in the world. It has been written in the Hindu and Buddhist scriptures in detail thousands of years ago. Also, in Korea, the famous scholar Jun presented urine therapy, Dongwibogam, 500 years ago, which is listed on the UNESCO Culture Index. More recently, John Armstrong from the UK and Dr. Yoichi Nagao from Japan, both medical doctors who have studied modern medicine, strongly prescribe urine therapy in their books, The Water of Life and From Cold to Cancer, respectively. I, too, am totally devoted to the propagation of urine therapy and have written a book I titled Al Goboni, published by Sungkyunkwan University Press in 1998. These days, urine therapy is being promoted as an important alternative medicine in Korea. The former Prime Minister Desai of India in 1977, India, a nation of over 700 million people, was interviewed by the New York Times in 1981 and stated that he drank a cup of urine for health in the morning for breakfast instead of eating a meal. He became a world hero for urine therapy, and participants at the Triennial World Conferences conduct a prayer for him at those meetings. I think he lived his life with a high spirit and courage. He was 99 when he died. You might add that on. The first World Conference was held in Goa City, India in 1996. Over 600 participants from 40 countries attended. It was appropriate that the first UT conference was held in India due to India's long history and practice of urine therapy. After the first World Conference was held in India, the renewed interest in UT gathered significant concern around the world. The second conference was held in Germany in 1999. Dr. Nagao, former chairman of the Japan Doctors Association, presented a key lecture on the miracle of the untold story of urine therapy. Many doctors also presented their testimonials with urine therapy they used to cure chronic illnesses. At this conference, urine therapy was approved by medical science. I also attended this conference and gave a lecture on the application of urine therapy at a pig farm. On this slide, Carmen Thomas, who is a famous media announcer for a radio station in Germany, collected numerous testimonials from urine mania on urine therapy during many years and published a book in 1992. This book was published in 34 editions in 4 years and sold over 1 million copies as of 1999. She is well known to the people of Germany. The third conference was held in Brazil in 2003 and was very successful. The chairman, Dr. Fatima of the conference, is a medical doctor. All of these people here are happy and lead healthy lives with a daily glass of urine. Cheer up! During the 1999 conference in Germany, I proposed that the Fourth World Conference on Urine Therapy be held in Korea in 2006. Over 300 attendees from 20 countries joined us for the conference. It was at this conference that I distributed my book, Al-Gaboni, to the participants. 3 years later, the fifth conference was held at Mexico in November last year. The next World Conference will be held in Australia in 2012. I have lectured numerous times about urine therapy through radio and TV broadcasts, as well as in churches, temples, army camps, social associations, such as a Rotary Club, professors' groups, public medical centers, medical hospitals, and medical schools, etc. And was a guest lecturer abroad, as indicated on the right side of this slide. For a nation's military forces, urine is an important resource for survival during emergency conditions, such as confinement by an enemy or isolation from others where food and drink are not available. Even worse is the critical loneliness created by a natural disaster where no help is available. Here, Lieutenant General Ryu Hae-gun, former Commanding General, Republic of Korea Army Training Headquarters, understands that in a critical emergency, a soldier using urine therapy would survive a disaster compared to other uninformed soldiers about urine therapy. It has been reported that the U.S. Army has made urine a key ingredient soldiers should know when using rehydrated meals. On this slide is the BBC News report of July 22, 2004. The article states, the U.S. military has devised a way to ensure its troops in battle need never go hungry, with the dried food that can be rehydrated using dirty water or urine. In the absence of water, urine could be used. Although the last statement mentions long-term it would cause kidney damage, but there is no evidence that this statement is true. In fact, long-term drinking of one's own urine does not cause any damage, but aids in tissue reformation. We are living in a modern era, but natural disasters are occurring at an alarming rate. You may find yourself in unknown circumstances, such as a sudden natural disaster, an earthquake, a volcanic eruption, a tsunami, an accident, etc. When you find yourself in an emergency situation, your urine may just be your life's water. I'm sure you've heard stories of individuals in collapsed buildings, buried alive in coal or gold mines, or lost at sea for days, only to survive their ordeal by drinking their own urine. That is a testament to the life-giving properties of urine. In the 21st century, we are still combating numerous varieties of incurable illnesses: cancer, pandemic flu, AIDS, obesity, skin disease, constipation, melancholy, tinnitus, etc. There is no way by conventional medicines to cure them for complete healing, rapid healing, healing without pain, and healing without cost. Therefore, many of us are looking for traditional and natural therapies such as urine as a cure. Urine therapy is really convenient to use. Urine is produced by your own body, so you can use it free, anytime, and anywhere when you need it. Actually, we are being confused with so many false medical information, such as the swine flu scare, false pandemic, led by WHO and drug firms. With the overflow of medical misinformation, we believe that urine therapy can keep us happy and free from the fear syndrome. The Sun News of January 11, 2010 tells us that the swine flu outbreak was a false pandemic, said Wolfgang Wodardt, head of health at the Council of Europe, January 8, 2010. This is great news now, but remember, the fear that you or a member of your family may have suffered due to the misinformation, the added precautions taken in public areas, especially at airports when traveling from one country to another. Thousands of people are suffering every day from AIDS, malaria, allergies, pandemic flu, etc. Whether you would be infected or not depends on your immune system. If your immune system is fully activated, any kind of illnesses will be recovered. Your own urine definitely helps improve your immune system activation. If your friend or family member is shown here in this slide, what do you say to them? In this century, obesity is a global problem. Obesity does not discriminate on race, gender, or age. Fortunately, urine therapy is very helpful to decrease overweight without any side effects. Obesity in the USA is a big problem as shown on this slide. Young people who would love to serve their nation in the U.S. Armed Forces would not be accepted if they are obese. One of my acquaintances had this to say about UT. Quote, when I ran a fish shop at Namdaemun Market, my weight was 90 kilograms in 2004. My obese body touched other people in shops, and I excused them very often. Some of my neighbors told me, don't touch, why don't you stay at home? At that time, I attended a UT seminar at Sungkyunkwan University and was impressed by the lecture of Professor Khan. When I returned home, I drank a cup of my pee. After UT, my body weight has decreased 3 to 4 kilograms every month without any side effects, and I feel in great condition. Recently, I am trying to keep 70 kilograms, maintain 70 kilograms for my health, good health and activities. End quote. Urine therapy has a lot of testimonials and medical-based evidence, but it has been embedded in our minds that urine is a waste product and dirty to touch with our hands. Babies from birth, as they grow into childhood, have been repeatedly told that urine is dirty, filthy, and we shouldn't touch it or get it on us. This is totally wrong, as I'll explain later. We need to re-educate the human race on the content and properties of urine. Urine is algobonine, the water of life, suggested by Dr. Armstrong in 1944, and as he says, your own perfect medicine. Humans have been nurtured by 3 kinds of bio-waters. 1, amniotic fluid for nurturing the fetus. 2, mother's milk for the baby after birth. And 3, urine for our adult immune system. These life waters are all natural substances and not commercially produced by man. Of course, commercial products are used, such as the incubator at hospitals for early delivery of the fetus, powdered milk for babies produced by food companies, and medicines from pharmaceutical companies through hospitals and pharmacies. The commercial products could be impossible to compare with the natural properties of herbs and other alternative practices which cures ailments that modern medicine cannot yet answer. Urine is really a clean liquid produced by our bodies and by nano-sized filters in the kidneys. Urine is more clean than blood. I have been fortunate to hear first-hand testimonies from people who have been cured from a variety of common illnesses and many incurable diseases without money and or conventional medicines. I've experienced complete curing of my own troubles, chronic fatigue, athlete's foot, dry eyes, common colds, peritonitis, and a facial malady my wife experienced. How does urine be active to cure varieties of illnesses? Urine is not a drug, but an extraordinary natural healing liquid that contains substances produced by your own body. That modern medical science has proven to be one of the most powerful and natural medicines known to man. Urine has a miracle function as the healing activities to run acceleration of blood circulation and enhancement of the immune system. Therefore, urine therapy should be strongly recommended for all humans. This slide shows the composition of urine. Can you tell me which element is toxic, lethal, or dirty? Actually, there are no dirty components in urine. They are all nutrients, enzymes, minerals, antioxidants, bioactive substances, etc. Some medicines contain elements extracted and purified from urine that are used at hospitals as commercial products. Urine from cattle and horses. He's used in the manufacture of medicines for human consumption. When we go to the hospital, we hope for recovery as soon as possible without pain. But modern medicine is not always successful in curing all illnesses. Urine therapy, however, heals a variety of common illnesses without pain or money. In fact, there are repeated testimonies from many people who stated that they enjoyed rapid healing and complete healing from urine therapy, which we hoped for when we initially went to the hospital for modern medical treatment. If you have a bone fracture or some other ailment which needs surgery, then urgently go to the doctor or hospital. But other illnesses which have not been cured through modern medical practices may well be cured by using UT. What have you got to lose? Nothing. But the ridicule from others saying, "Ugh, you're using that urine? That's nasty." Little do they know you've found a way to cure an illness rapidly, completely, without pain, and you provide your own immune liquid. If you cannot change your mind to use urine, please go to the hospital. Cheer up again. If you are interested in UT, join us with a mouth of your own miracle liquid and take a picture for our memory. In.
This will help him.
조금만